Hi, I'm Andrew McMurray from Zacky's, and I'm here to talk to you about our Go Big or Go Home tasting we're having here at the store on Saturday, April 9th from 12 to 4. Now, as you know, we're a big Italian store, but we're even bigger on Brunello, and I like to think that we are probably the largest Brunello store in the country. And the way you stay the largest Brunello store in the country is you keep hammering vintage after vintage, and you dial in on the best wines, have the best allocations, and create the best tastings for customers. So thus, go big or go home. And the theme of this Saturday's tasting is going to be the arrival of the 2011 vintage from Brunello. Now, the only flaw I find in the 2011 vintage is that it follows the 2010 vintage, which was heralded as one of the greatest vintages ever. People loaded up, they bought a lot. But the flip side of 2011 is that it is a super drinkable vintage, and all the critics and myself are saying that 2011 is going to be the wines that you want to drink while you're waiting for your 2010s to age. The reason I say that is 2011 started out as a fantastic growing season, and everything was going perfectly. Really cold winter, cool, even spring that warmed up nicely. The summer was going great until they hit the start of August and they had a crazy heat spike. And what happens is, in a vintage like 2011, is you have to rely on the producers who you know are the best. It's not one of those vintages 2011 where you can buy across the board, and so Zacky's was very selective, and we only bought from the finest producers in 2011 because they made some spectacular wines. And I can tell you, comparatively, between 2010 and 2011, we bought about maybe half as many producers, because I went through and I tasted. I only picked what I thought was really, really good from 2011, and I'm going to show it off. So on Saturday the 9th, we're going to have these 11 2011 Brunellos open, and these are all top shelf. Conlicchio de Sopra, personal favorite. Ranieri, I think, made one of the wines of the vintage. Mocali is like one of these great drinkers. Uccioliera is one of my wife's favorites, for whatever that's relevant. And Castelgiacondo last year was the wine of the vintage from James Suckling. I think the 2011 is right on par. La Serena is doing some dynamite things, and then the Sampolo, I was really blown away by that. So 11 2011s, we're going to mark them very aggressively, because when I say you want to drink your 11s while you're waiting for your 10s, then they should be priced accordingly. So these are going to be at very sharp prices. Then, that's not going to be it. We're going to start continuing to show off the 2010 Reservas, because, you know, vintage of the century, greatest vintage ever, whatever you want to call it. When you go to the 10 Reservas, it's the best of the best. So we're pouring 5 different 10 Reservas. They've all been getting amazing press. This La Fortuna was, declared a hot wine by Wine Spectator just last week. The Bolsignano di Grazia, this Pietronero Reserva, we've poured this in the store once before. People were blown away that you can get a 2010 Reserva for under $70. This is slamming value. This Conlicchio is always a favorite, and then Barbie is one of those traditionalists where in 2010 their Reserva is like a big, giant wine. So 16 different wines. Go big or go home. Be here at Zacky's. You are not going to get a tasting opportunity like this in any other store. It's part of what makes us different. I'll be here pouring the bottles all day. I look forward to seeing the wine aficionados and the novices alike here at the store tasting 2011 Brunello, 2010 Reserva. It's going to be a great day in the store. I want to see you here. Cheers.